In the last video, we did some ETL and data cleaning in Power BI. In this video, we'll do a little bit more data cleaning and then we'll build our super cool Power BI dashboard. So let's get started. In the last video, some of you gave me a really good feedback on the data cleaning procedure. And based on that feedback, I will do some further more data cleaning and then we'll build our dashboard. So Cha Wong said that there are some duplicate transactions in our transactions table and we should be maybe filtering them out. And I kind of agree with that because there are some currency duplications going on and we'll look into it. What is that? So first let's check the currency duplication that Cha Wong pointed it out. So when you go to MySQL and run this query, select distinct currency from transaction, you are getting INR twice. Now this is really surprising. What distinct query will do is it will give you unique currencies from your transaction table, but that's not what is happening here. We have INR being duplicated 2 times. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is here, it says INR and INR. So I will right click and copy and I will just paste here. Okay, so that looks good. I will right click, copy, paste here. See, the issue is this has /r after that. Okay, and that is the problem. Now let's see how many such transactions we have. Okay, so I'm gonna do maybe select count star. Okay, select count star from transaction where my transactions dot currency is equal to, let's say, this. When you run it, you'll find that actually there are many transactions which has this currency problem. One more thing I want to point out is, see, I'm not in my query, I'm not doing sales.transaction. In the previous tutorial, I was doing sales.transaction. Here, you have multiple schemas, and what I did is I right click on the schema and I set that as a default schema. Once you set it, you don't have to write things like this. In a previous tutorial, we were writing sales dot everywhere. Now we don't have to write it. So it just saves you some time. So just a little tip. Okay. Talking about now currency, looks like this database has a real problem. Now, I'm happy that this problem occurred because in the real life, these kind of issues will actually happen and we need to tackle them. Now, there are a couple of ways of tackling it. First, you can go to your database or your Falcon's engineering team and tell them, your database has problems. So maybe they will do something to clean it up. They'll say, no, this is how it is. We don't want to change it. It's a production system. Risk is high. Then you need to tackle this in your code. So first, let's see how many INR records are there. So when you execute this, you find 279 records with INR. So most likely these are good records and these are probably bad records. This is what I'm concluding based on the situation. Okay, so what we'll do is we will filter any records which has INR or USD. So if you look at same thing is happening with USD, where the number of records with USD are 2 and /r are also 2. Okay, let's look at those records actually. So select star from transaction where currency is equal to this, or transactions dot currency is equal to this. Okay, so you will find that these records are indeed duplicate. See, prod 3, and if you look at compare these two records, they are actually duplicate. So I want to remove the records, one of these records. So we are going to, since majority of the records have /r, by the way, /r is a new line character. So this problem happened maybe when I was creating this database, maybe there was some issue. I'm actually glad that this happened, because this will be the situation in real life and we need to handle such situation. Okay, so I will remove all the records which has either INR or USD and keep these records. I hope you understand, I'm keeping this records with /r because most of the records have this value. So again, thanks to Cha Wong for pointing it out. Jagan Info has also pointed out the same thing. So let's go to Power BI dashboard. In that, here, let's go to sales transactions, and I'm gonna do now. Okay, so here in the home, we need to click on transform data to launch the Power Query editor. And here is the place where you do all your transformation. So if you look at our transactions table, this was our data pipeline, right? We did all this transformation. So the first was the raw data that you have. In the second one, you removed the sales amount which has -1 and 0 value. You can even rename this so that you know what you're doing at each stage. So you can say remove -1 and 0 in sales amount. Okay, and in this column you are doing currency conversion, but I want to add some filter after this. So after we do this, what I want to do is I want to add that filter, and the currency that we were getting was something like, see, if you look at from the comment here, you know, or even if you look at my readme file here, in here we had currency coming in like this. So I want to keep the currency if it is like this. Okay, so what we can do is we can say that actually it's the second one, so I want to keep all these. So when you do okay, what's happening is if the currency is this or this, then only keep it. So remaining rows it will filter out. And here at the bottom it says 999 plus rows, which means we are keeping most of the rows. So I'll rename this and say clean up currency. Okay, and then this one is add normalize sales amount column. Okay, so after you do this, your data has kind of clean now. Here also from this formula I will remove this currency because now USD is not there, we have only USD, this one. Okay, and you can see that when you have USD 500, you already convert it into, you multiply it by 75 and convert it into Indian currency. Now going back to the awesome comments, so thank you very much again Cha Wong and my dear friend Jagan Info that you provided all these useful comments. So the comment is, I'm directly multiplying it with 75. Actually, if you think about it, in year 2017, the currency conversion rate was actually something else. So what will happen in this type of scenario is, I'm kind of making it very simple, but in real life, you will have a spot conversion table, which is a currency conversion rate. You will have that table and you will pull the currency conversion rate from that given year here, and then you will multiply by that instead of multiplying by 75 directly. So that is something that you do. For this tutorial, I will just keep it as 75 because I don't want to make this like a 2-hour long tutorial. Okay, so you understand the situation. And other comment Jagan had was, there were some transaction where sales amount was 0. I filtered them out. He is proposing, can we use median value instead of filtering them out directly? Now, I personally don't want to use median value. Maybe based on a situation, it might be a good idea to use median value, but in this situation, I will actually go to Falcon's engineering team. I will report to them that there are some transaction records where the amount is 0. Usually if you are selling something, there will be some positive price to it, and that is not happening. So I'll probably report to them. Maybe there are database issues, maybe they will fix it, but going by median is kind of, in this situation, I don't think personally it's appropriate. Okay, looking back, and so I already took care of filtering the duplicate records based on currency. Okay, great. So again, thank you very much guys for your extremely useful comments. So now at this stage, your data is properly clean. Okay, and we went through all this data pipeline. Now you can do close and apply. And what this is going to do is it will apply all those transformation. And now we are going back to our Power BI dashboard, and now we will start building our dashboard. We are done with our data cleaning and ETL, and now starts the most interesting part, which is building the actual dashboard. So first thing I will do is click on enter data and enter a new table called base measures. I will explain what this is. So we are creating base measures in this table, which we will use to plot different UI elements on our dashboard. So once base measure is created, it will appear here. So you can click on 3 dots here and say new measure. So new measure is basically revenue. Okay, and what is revenue? So revenue is a sum of our revenue column. So what is our revenue column? So in our transactions table, we have sales amount column. Okay, and that sales amount column we are going to use to sum these revenues. So once the revenue is here, you can create another measure called sales quantity. So the sales director of this company is interested in tracking the revenue numbers as well as sales quantity. So I will say sales quantity is equal to what? Okay, it's transactions. Transactions has a sales quantity column. Hit enter, and now your measure is created. So you can drag and drop revenue here, and here are the different visualizations. So by default it is showing it as a bar chart, but you can make it a card. So if you click this, it will actually show you the numbers. Now this number is actually the sum of all the sales. So this is a total revenue in our database across all the years. Now when you have any element selected, you can control the visual properties by going here, clicking on format, and let's see. So for this guy, I'm going here and general. Okay, so general is this. We'll just explore different options here. So data label. So data label size, let's say I want to make it 35. I'm just making it a little smaller. Okay, and you can put it here. Now there is a canvas size. So you see this border line. So you click here in an empty area, go here, and if you want to change the page size, right now 16.9. If you do 4:3, see it is changing. So I'm keeping 16:9. If you want to change it to custom, and let's say maybe increase, let's say height a little bit, because I see some white space here. So maybe I will make it 850, and this one I will make it maybe, let's say 1350. See, now it's covering the entire canvas. Now you can do Control C, Control V and put this here next to this. And this can be a sales quantity. So you can just drag and drop sales quantity here in the fields section. Okay. And you see, we sold 2 million of sales quantity so far. So this is very easy. You have visual section, you have all the fields going on here, and there is a formatting here, there is analytics, you know, different options. Okay, now I'm going to again Control C, Control V. Okay, I'm just going to put it here, and this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the revenues by customer. Actually, I want to know out of 984 million which customer gave me how much revenue. So how do you do that? So let's look at that. So I have customers here and I have customer name. Okay, so let's see. So first of all, this I will convert it to a horizontal bar chart, and then I will say customer name, I will drag and drop here on the axis and make this little bigger, maybe, you know. Okay, so now I have all the customer names here and it's showing the revenue by customer name. Now there are some unwanted things such as, see this customer underscore name, this axis label and this axis label revenue. I don't want any of that, so let's remove it. And you know how to, so when you click on this visual element, you know where to go to format it. This particular option you have to use to format it. From x-axis I will remove this. When I click on this, you see that little thing went away. Also from x-axis there is this revenue label. I don't like this, so I will just remove that as well. And from y-axis I will also remove this customer underscore name. You see this liney vertical label is not needed. Okay, so this looks something like that. Now when you click on Electrisara stores, so it is showing the revenue for that store. Now it doesn't show me revenue here. So how can I do that? So here, click here, and what you can do is you can say data label on. So when you do data label on, it will start showing these numbers. Now these numbers are in billion, so I want to change the value basically. So what you can do is you can say, okay, display units is millions. So Electrisara stores gave me a revenue of $413 million, million rupees totally. Then Electristical gave me 49.64 million. So when you click on this, it will update all the graphs because you have all these relationships set up. When you click on the same thing again, it will uncheck. So you go back to your previous view. I will do Control C, Control V again, and here I will say I will make the same chart but using a quantity. So how do you do that? So here, click on this guy, and instead of revenue here, just put a quantity and remove the revenue. So now you see all these quantities here. Also you can change the title of your chart. So here I again click on this element, go here, and what is my title? So sales quantity by, you know, by customers. Okay, So here also I will change the title because it says customer underscore name. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now if you look at it, revenue by customer, sales quantity by customers. Now so far it looks good, but I want to also track the revenue numbers by year. So how do you do that? So for that, now I will go to my dates column, dates table actually, and you know we have this cy underscore date column. So let's see what that is. If you go here in the tabular view, click on sales date, you see I have this sales date. This date column is actually the beginning of the month. So when you have a transaction happen, let's on January 2, it will refer to January 1st. So it is beginning of the month actually. Okay. And then there is year. So this is 2018. There are all these different years. So you know what? Let me put these years first. So let's do that actually. That's a good idea. So I will drag and drop year here. And then I will click on, let's see, what should I do? Slicer. Okay, and you say list. So it is showing you the years in the list. And once you have years in the list, what you need to do is go here and orientation change to horizontal. So now you got this 4 buttons for your years. Okay, so let's put this here and let's see. Okay, now when you click on 2020, it will actually show you 2020 revenue. So how do you know 2020 revenue is 142 million? You can always go to MySQL, okay, here, and you can verify that. So how do I verify that? So if you look at my GitHub page, which I'm going to provide a link in a video description below, if you want to get a revenue of 2020, you can run this query. So I'm just gonna copy paste this query. This is the revenue for year 2020. Hooray, 2020. We are living in 2020. So execute the query. It shows me 142.22 million. Yay! I'm the winner, 142.22. Good job. Now I want to do something else. Okay, what do I want to do? All right, now I want to even track the revenue by months. So I want to know what was the revenue in month January, February, and so on. Well, we can do that. So you just do Control-C, Control-V. Okay, I need to unselect this first. That is a trick. Unselect that, then do Control-C, Control-V. So now you're creating a duplicate control here. You expand this person. All right. Now I will make this little smaller. I don't have much space here. I'm a little bit having hard time breathing. All right, here. Now I will use, let's see, what will I use? Maybe CY date, because that's what I want. So I will just say CY date here instead of year. Now CY date is good, but see for 2020, it is showing me all these dates in this weird format. So let's fix that formatting. So I will go here and select CY date column, and I will change the formatting. You know, I want, let's see, I want this format where I can say MMMDYY. What is MMMYY? MMM is like JAN, January 20, you know. So when you do that, when you apply that format, you see the dates are now changed to Jan 18. 18 is 2018, January 2018. I hope you get it. So similarly, if you have, you know, like April, May, whatever, and then when you go here, see now your dashboard is much cleaner. So now if you want to look at revenue in, let's say, month of January, the revenue is 25.66. So we saw, right, the 2020 revenue was 142, and if you want to go to January revenue is 25.66. okay, I don't trust Power BI, I want to verify. Cool, you can verify. SQL is your friend. So again here, if see the same query that we used for 2020, we are just adding a month January in the query. Okay, so this query we are adding just a month. Okay, so by the way, this query is not hard. Okay, don't complain that this is very hard. So here in the end clause, what I'm doing is I'm filtering based on the currency, because that's what we just explained why we need to do that. Then here I'm saying, okay, this is a typo. Okay, I'm saying my month January, my year 2020, and I'm just doing an inner join with the date table. So when you run this, you get 25.65, and you round it, it becomes 66. 25.66. Good job. Great job, guys. How about February? February 26.92. Let's see, can we replicate 26.92? Sure. So February, okay, 26.92. Yay, 26.92. again, good job. Okay, if I don't want month, then you can just remove it. Instead of 2020, let's say I want to do 2019. How much was my revenue in 2019? Well, it was more. See, my business is declining, 336 million. So if you look at here so by the way, if you want to unselect this, see on this black box, just click again, it will unselect. Then from 2020, my revenue was 142 million rupees. I want to go to 2019, and I find 336.02 million, which is what I have here, 336.02, you know, 9 rounded to whatever. Okay, so looks like the setup that I did is kind of working. Now we will add couple of more things. So let's see what we want to add. You know what I will do is, here instead of customer, maybe I will change it to by region. So I will remove customer name from here, and I will maybe go by market, you know, market name. So let me put market name here, remove customer name. So now this is showing me revenue by region. So you know, Delhi has this much revenue, and Kanpur has, and Chennai has whatever. And the same thing I will do here. So I will remove customer name from here, and market name goes here. Good job. So now let's verify revenue in maybe Chennai. So in 2020, out of 142 million, Chennai gave me 2.46 million. So again, if you want to verify that, you can go to my get this page, and it's like a similar query, just I am putting a market code. I am putting a market code of mark 001, because mark 001 is Chennai. So when you execute this, you get 2.46. see, so 2.46, yeah, 2.46. How do you know Chennai is marked 001? I don't trust you. Well, if you don't trust me, just trust your data. So click on markets. Where is markets? Yes, markets. Chennai mark 001. All right, data never lies. Dear friends, remember, data will never lie. Okay, so far looks good. I want to now track top 5 customers. So what I can do is here, by the way, this is revenue. This is not revenue by customer. This is revenue by what? Markets. So I'll just change the title. Sales quantity by what? Markets. All right, now let me just copy paste. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V is your best friend. And here now I want to show my top 5 customers. You know, the top 5 customers who are giving me the most of the business. I care about those a lot. So you can first of all change from market name to customer name here. So these are a customer, and now you can go to what? Okay, go to here, customer name. I want to select top 5 customer, okay, but by what criteria? I want to select top 5 customer by revenue. Apply filter, and it will show me the top 5 customers. So top 5 customers by revenue. So again, click on this element, go here, change the title. Okay, what is my title? Okay, top 5 customers. Well, by revenue, whatever, top 5 customers. Okay, sounds good. Now see, these customer names are not visible properly. Yeah, they're not visible very clearly. So what you can do is you can, you know, this you can, I think there is an option. Okay, I need to find out. Hold on guys, I don't have that good memory, so I don't remember everything. But yeah, this is y-axis. So here, if you increase this size, see, it's increasing. So if you increase the size, now customer name is, see, visible. Previously it was not visible. So in 2020, Electricara stores gave me this much revenue. So if you click on it, see, whenever you click on it, all those things are updated, you see. And when you unclick it, the whole dashboard gets updated. And you can do similar thing for top 5 products, because I want to know, as a, you know, sales director, which 5 products are most successful in the market. So then again, click here, and instead of customer name, I will do my product code. Remove this. And again, like the product code, you want to filter, you want to say, okay, give me top 5. Okay, so remove customer name, not needed. Top 5 products by revenue. Which top 5 products are giving me the best business? Now, one product is blank here. So, you know, this is not good. We have blank code in our database. So I will again go to Falcon's engineering team and complain, hey, you guys have this blank product code. What does it mean? They might do some backfill in their database. They will say, yeah, there was a problem. We have updated this our database. And you, after the update, you again refresh your dashboard here and things will work fine. So I will just leave this as is, but this shows that in real life you will have a lot of such issues, and there is no one answer to it. It depends on the situation. By the way, if you don't like these colors, if you want to change these colors, make it something fancy, you go here and okay, let's do some fancy colors. Okay, top 5 customers. Oh, this is not top 5 customer, by the way. Okay, first let me change the color. Okay, so this is top 5. Top 5 what? I hope you guys are not sleeping. So top 5 products. Okay, now I want to also see a revenue trend, like a line chart which shows revenue are declining or increasing, whatever. So I can drag and drop revenue here. I click here and it will show me the line chart. Okay. All right, fine. It shows me line chart. Uncheck that. Okay. But it is just showing me revenue. Whenever you have chart, you have 2 dimensions, X and Y. I just said revenue, which is my X, but what is my Y? Well, my Y is actually maybe CY date. CY date sounds interesting. So I will put CY date as my Y. Click here and click CY date. And it kind of shows you a nice, beautiful chart. I like color, so I will just change the color to be, okay, which one is your favorite? Make it like very fancy, make it like a rainbow. And, okay, let's remove this X and Y, these unnecessary things. Okay, so let's first change the title. So I will go to title. Where is my title? Okay, this chart is nothing but a revenue trend. Very good. Good job, guys. We are doing so good so far. Don't you think Power BI is so cool? It is. It's much better than our boring MySQL where you see just the numbers. Here, you see charts and you see colors and you see interactivity. Okay, now I'm going to, you see this CY underscore date and revenue vertically. I mean, I have revenue trend. Why the heck you need all these 2 labels? So I will say x-axis. For x-axis, I don't need a title. So CY date went away. For y-axis, I also don't need a title. Very good. Now these are the revenues throughout the year. I want to see revenue in 2020. So in 2020 it is showing me the trend. So in 2020, what is my trend? So first let's look at the overall trend. So I unclick it and it will show me the overall revenue trend. So overall, my business is declining. At some point I had 425 million revenue, right? And then now the revenue numbers are kind of declining. So not 425, sorry, it's 42 million actually. Yeah, so if you want to verify, see January, I just want to verify that this graph is correct. So January it's saying 25 million. See 25 after that you heard. So let's see January. See January 25. Cool. So this is correct. Okay, and then February is 26.92 and we saw like February is 26.92. So this is good. And when you see 142 million number, it is a summation of all these numbers. Okay. I also see this year and CY date here. So I will just remove, this is a slicer header. So I will just remove it. I will remove this guy here. Yeah, that way, I get some more real estate here. So I'll just make this a little more smaller. and as I'm selecting it, it's kind of interacting with it, so that's why. Now see, the power of this thing is that previously the companies would invest a lot of money in building these dashboards in web application, and there will be engineering team involved, and it will waste a lot of money actually. But now a data analyst can build this dashboard, and this dashboard can be integrated into your main web page, into your mobile application. So when Bhavin Patel, who is a Atliq's hardware director, when he's driving and he's on mobile app, and he can open this dashboard and get a quick idea of the business. So this is that powerful. So in this video we just built the dashboard. In the next video we are going to look at some few other aspects of Power BI, some cool features of Power BI. This file I have saved as si_youtube.pbix, which I have checked into my GitHub account. So if you go to my GitHub, I'm going to provide you this link in the video description. You will find this pbix file. So you can download this, open it. Of course, you need to have a proper SQL connection, only then it will work. But yeah, all the resources are there for you to play around. So I hope you're liking this project so far. I really encourage that you guys also build this dashboard yourself. Everything is free. You don't have to pay any money for it. There is a database available. Power BI is also free. So just by watching video, you are not going to learn anything. It's like if you want to learn swimming, you have to jump into the pool. So try it out, follow my instruction, and try to build this dashboard yourself. And I will see you in the next video.